My brother's girlfriend looked me up and down, smirked, and said, "Don't think about crashing here tonight." Everyone laughed, but by midnight, she was crying in the kitchen while my brother stared at her like he'd never seen her before. I almost didn't go to the party. That's the funny part. If I had listened to my instincts, none of this would have happened. But my brother Ethan had just bought his first house, and despite how distant we'd become over the years, I wanted to support him, so I showed up, gift in hand, fake smile ready, prepared for awkward small talk and overpriced wine. What I wasn't prepared for was Chloe. Chloe was Ethan's girlfriend, technically fiancé, and from the second she entered his life, things changed, not suddenly, slowly, strategically. Like watching someone quietly rearrange furniture in your childhood home until eventually, nothing feels familiar anymore at first. She was charming, too charming, the type of person who complimented you while insulting you at the same time. Wow, you're actually prettier than Ethan described. Things like that, tiny cuts disguised as jokes. And Ethan never noticed or pretended not to. I still don't know which hurts more. The housewarming party was packed. Friends, co-workers, neighbors, people I'd never met. Music was loud enough to fake intimacy, but quiet enough to hear gossip. Classic Chloe atmosphere. The second I walked in, she smiled. That smile, the one that never reached her eyes. "Well," she said loudly, "look who actually came." A few people laughed awkwardly. I smiled. Politely, "Congrats on the house," took the gift bag from my hand and immediately handed it to someone else without looking inside. That told me everything I needed to know. Then came the comment, the one everyone heard. "Oh, and don't think about crashing here tonight," she smirked. "We're not running a shelter." The room erupted with uncomfortable laughter. My face burned instantly. Ethan chuckled under his breath. That part hurt more than her. "Comment?" I forced a smile. Wouldn't dream of it, but inside, something shifted. Because this wasn't teasing anymore. It was humiliation. Public humiliation. And she enjoyed it. I spent the next hour trying to avoid her, talking to random. Guess, pretending I wasn't. Furious. Pretending I didn't notice how Chloe constantly made little remarks whenever I walked by. Some people really know how to overstay their welcome. Ethan's. Too nice to say no. Family can be exhausting. Always just loud enough for people to hear. Always followed by that fake laugh. Then, something strange happened. I went upstairs, looking for the bathroom, and as I passed Ethan's office, I heard voices, whispering, urgent, Chloe, and another man. I froze. "You said he wouldn't be here," the guy whispered sharply. "He wasn't supposed to come." Chloe snapped back. My stomach tightened. Then I heard something worse. "Once the wedding's done, it won't matter anyway." Silence. Then laughter. Low, nervous, intimate. Every instinct in my body screamed that something was wrong. I should have walked away. Instead, I stayed. "You need to stop panicking," Chloe whispered. "We just need Ethan to sign after the honeymoon." My blood ran cold. Sign what? The floor creaked beneath me accidentally. Tiny sound. But enough. Silence inside the office. Then footsteps. Fast. I barely made it to the bathroom before the door opened behind me. When I came back downstairs, Chloe was different, still smiling, but tense. Now watching me carefully, trying to figure out how much I heard. That's when I noticed. Ethan drunk. Very drunk. More drunk than I'd ever seen him, and suddenly, pieces started clicking together. Over the next hour, I watched Chloe like a detective, and the more I watched, the uglier things became. She controlled every conversation. Ethan had interrupted him constantly, corrected him in front of people, even mocked him, but he just laughed, along like he'd been trained to. Then came the moment everything exploded. Around 11:30 p.m., Chloe announced they wanted to make a special toast. Everyone gathered in the living room, phones out, drinks raised. Ethan stood beside her looking exhausted, like a man smiling through a headache. Then Chloe said something. "Strange. To new beginnings," she smiled. and to finally building the future we deserve. She looked directly at Ethan while saying it, and suddenly I knew whatever she wanted him to sign was about money, the house, something bigger. Then Ethan swayed slightly, nearly dropping his glass, and for the first time that night, people noticed how drunk he really was. Chloe grabbed his arm quickly, too quickly. "You okay, babe?" she asked through clenched teeth. That's when Ethan said the sentence that changed the entire night. "I don't want to sign anything tonight." Silence. Pure silence. Chloe froze. "What?" She laughed nervously. "You heard me." Everyone shifted awkwardly. Then Ethan looked around slowly, confused, disoriented, and whispered, "Why does everyone keep asking about the house?" The room changed instantly, because suddenly, people realized something. This wasn't a normal party, and Chloe looked terrified. Then the man from upstairs stepped forward, trying to calm Ethan down. Big mistake, because Ethan stared at him and frowned. "Why are you here?" "Uh-oh." The tension became suffocating, and then Chloe snapped. "Oh my God, Ethan, stop embarrassing me!" The room went dead quiet, not because she yelled, because of how fast the mask slipped. Gone was the sweet fiancé act. Gone was the charming hostess. What stood there now? Was someone angry they were losing control? Ethan stared at her, actually, stared at her, like he was seeing her clearly, for the first time. Then came the final twist. One of Chloe's friends, clearly drunk, laughed nervously and said, "Well, maybe don't pressure him like you pressured your last fiancé." Silence. Absolute silence. Chloe's face drained instantly. Ethan blinked slowly. "You're what?" And just like that, the entire room imploded. Turns out, Ethan wasn't the first. There had been another fiancé. Another rushed engagement. Another house. Another future. And according to the friend, another disaster. Chloe started yelling. Immediately, trying to shut everyone up. Trying to control the narrative again, but it was too late, because Ethan finally asked the question nobody had ever asked before. "Who even are you?" And the terrifying thing, nobody had an answer anymore. By midnight, the party was over. Guests left in silence, whispers everywhere. And Chloe, crying in the kitchen, begging Ethan not to throw everything away over misunderstandings. But Ethan didn't comfort her, didn't hug her, didn't defend her. He just looked tired, completely exhausted. Then he looked at me and quietly said, "You heard them upstairs, didn't you?" I nodded slowly, and for the first time in years, my brother actually looked awake. The wedding never happened. 3 months later, Ethan sold the house, started therapy, cut contact with Chloe completely, and me, I still think about that smirk sometimes. Don't think about crashing here tonight. Funny, because in the end, she was the one with nowhere left to go. Sometimes the loudest person in the room isn't confident. They're just terrified the truth is about to catch them.